Welcome to another episode of Fueling Growth Marketing for Auto Repair Shops. I'm your host, Zane Taylor, and today we have a vital topic to discuss for all our listeners out there in the auto repair industry. As we move toward 2025, compliance with new regulations is more crucial than ever. Joining us to shed light on this topic is Joe Waters, an expert in regulatory compliance for auto repair shops. Joe, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Zane. I'm excited to be here and talk about such an important subject. Regulatory compliance can often seem daunting, but with the right strategies and tools, auto repair shops can not only meet these regulations, but also thrive in this changing environment.
Absolutely, Joe. Let's dive right into it. Can you start by giving us an overview of some of the upcoming regulatory changes in 2025 that will impact the auto repair industry?
Certainly, Zane. As we approach 2025, one of the primary areas you'll see changes in is environmental regulations. Governments are actively pushing for reduced emissions and better waste management in the automotive sector, which directly impacts auto repair shops. For instance, shops will need to comply with stricter standards regarding the disposal of hazardous materials like oil and batteries. Additionally, safety standards are also seeing updates. Everything from the equipment you use to the training requirements for your staff is under more scrutiny. These regulations aim to enhance overall safety and sustainability, ultimately benefiting both the planet and the longevity of shops.
Thanks for the overview. It sounds like a lot for shop owners to keep track of. Why is compliance now more important than ever for auto repair businesses?
Great question, Zane. Compliance is crucial because it helps build and maintain trust with your customers. In today's market, customers are more informed and concerned about sustainability and safety. They are more likely to support businesses that are compliant with regulations, as this indicates reliability and responsibility. Additionally, when a shop fails to comply, it risks facing heavy fines, a poor reputation, and even the revocation of its license to operate. Ensuring compliance not only protects your business legally, but also strengthens your customer base by showing that you adhere to high standards.
That makes a lot of sense, Joe. Now, what are some specific regulations that auto repair shop owners should be particularly aware of as we approach these 2025 changes?
Specific regulations to keep an eye on include the updated Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, requirements for waste management, which will demand careful documentation and disposal of all hazardous materials. Additionally, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, rules are being expanded to ensure better workplace safety, especially for those working with machinery and hazardous substances. You'll also find new mandates on emissions testing equipment calibration, ensuring all testing is accurate and up to date. Lastly, the Clean Air Act is pushing for more comprehensive emissions controls, which may mean more frequent inspections and potentially the need for software updates in older equipment.
These seem like significant changes. With that, what strategies can shop owners implement to update their business processes to meet these new compliance requirements?
It's definitely a substantial shift, Zane, but there are several effective strategies auto repair shops can implement. Firstly, it's essential to stay informed. This may mean subscribing to industry publications or joining professional associations that update members on regulatory changes. Regularly updating your operational processes is another vital strategy. Conduct a compliance audit to identify gaps and areas for improvement within your shop's operations. Implement a clear process for waste disposal and ensure that all staff are trained in these new procedures. Moreover, leveraging technology can greatly assist in maintaining compliance, like using software to track disposal actions and maintenance schedules for equipment.
Technology indeed sounds like a crucial component here. Can you talk about some specific tools or resources that can help streamline compliance efforts for auto repair shops?
Absolutely, Zane. Several specific tools and resources can ease the compliance burden for auto repair shops. Compliance software, such as My Shop Manager or AutoLeap, helps track regulatory requirements and manage documents. These tools often include features for scheduling and recording compliance checks, generating reports, and maintaining records. There are also environmental management systems that assist in tracking hazardous waste handling and ensure adherence to legal disposal requirements. Moreover, many industry bodies offer online workshops and certifications that could be invaluable for staff training and process updates.
Those tools sound incredibly beneficial, especially for staying organized. It's clear that staff training is another crucial piece of the puzzle. What are some best practices for training staff on these new regulatory changes and compliance procedures?
Indeed, Zane. Staff training is vital because even the best processes mean little if your team isn't equipped to implement them. Best practices start with ensuring that all employees understand the importance of compliance and its impact on the business. Use a combination of training methods, online courses, interactive workshops, and hands-on training sessions to cater to different learning styles. Regular refresher sessions can help, so compliance remains at the forefront of everyone's mind. Additionally, appointing a compliance officer within your team can be beneficial. This person can oversee training programs, ensure ongoing compliance, and serve as a resource for other staff members.
Assigning a compliance officer is a fantastic idea. With all these processes, how do regular audits and check-ins play a role in ongoing compliance?
Regular audits and check-ins are instrumental for maintaining ongoing compliance. They provide a structured way to review your shop's processes and catch any compliance issues before they become a significant problem. An audit can help identify outdated practices and ensure that changes in regulations are reflected in your processes. Regular check-ins can also reinforce staff training, as they serve as reminders of essential compliance steps and protocols. Audits can be internal, conducted by the compliance officer or a designated team, or external, using third-party experts who can offer new insights and unbiased evaluations.
Regular audits seem to reinforce compliance well. Going beyond the fundamental benefits, can staying compliant actually enhance a shop's reputation and customer loyalty?
Absolutely, Zane. Compliance can be a strong selling point. In an age where consumers are increasingly environmentally and socially conscious, having a reputation for compliance can distinguish a shop from its competitors. Not only does it demonstrate your commitment to legal and ethical standards, but it also shows customers that you care about their safety and the broader community impact. Frequently, this translates into stronger customer loyalty, as clients prefer to return to and recommend businesses they trust. Plus, a compliant shop is less likely to suffer operational disruptions, ensuring consistently high service quality.
It's encouraging to see that compliance can lead to such positive outcomes. Do you have any real-life case studies or examples of successful compliance strategies in auto repair shops that you could share?
Certainly, Zane. One example comes from a mid-sized repair shop in California, a state known for its stringent regulations. The owner proactively implemented an environmental management system to track and manage all hazardous waste, ensuring compliance with state laws. They also invested in staff training programs focusing on safety and environmental regulations. By doing so, the shop not only remained compliant, but also improved its operational efficiency by minimizing waste and cutting down on unnecessary expenses. Customers appreciated the shop's commitment to safety and sustainability, which in turn boosted the shop's reputation and customer loyalty.
That sounds like a practical and effective approach. And for our listeners who might have specific concerns, let's move into our Quanda segment. What are some common concerns or inquiries you've encountered about regulatory compliance in the auto repair industry?
A common concern I hear from shop owners is the fear of the unknown, such as sudden regulatory changes or updates they're not prepared for. Business owners also often worry about the costs involved with becoming and staying compliant, from training to upgrading equipment. Many also ask about the consequences of noncompliance, which can range from fines to suspension of business operations. To address these concerns, I emphasize the importance of being proactive. Staying informed and building a compliance-focused culture within the business is essential. Additionally, viewing compliance as an investment rather than a cost because it protects the business and enhances its reputation.
Great insights, Joe. We've covered a lot today about navigating regulatory changes and how to maintain compliance efficiently. As we wrap up, any final thoughts or key takeaways for our listeners?
Absolutely, Zane. If there's one thing I want listeners to take away from today's discussion, it's that while regulatory changes can seem overwhelming, they also represent an opportunity to differentiate your business. Embrace compliance as a standard practice, integrate it into your company culture, and use it to build trust with your customers. Regular audits, training, and the right tools can significantly ease the burden, ensuring you're prepared for whatever changes 2025 and beyond bring. Remember, a compliant shop is not just following the rules, it's actively building a sustainable and resilient business.
Thank you so much, Joe, for sharing your expertise with us. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. I hope our listeners leave with a better understanding and feel ready to tackle any regulatory changes head on. To our audience, thank you for tuning into this episode of Fueling Growth Marketing for Auto Repair Shops, where we make sure you have all the tools and knowledge needed to drive success. Feel free to send in your questions and join us next time for more insights into growing your auto repair business. Stay compliant, stay informed, and see you in the next episode.